Hello everyone, our names are Snide and Sniff, and we're doing another Doki Doki video. I think this is also made by Dr. Blackjack. Yeah, another collaboration between many beloved artists.
So yeah, without further ado, we will get into this epic game. And this time it is actually a full visual novel, so we can enter our name. I guess you're the main character, so he should be called Snide-kun. Okay.
Voice acting to
No, we don't.
Yes, there is some voice acting. I don't know if it's fully voice acted.
Done by the excellent Swell Reads. You should check them out. But since we're doing this video, we want to voice them ourselves. And I mean, some people may not like that, but oh well. Too bad. Oh yeah, Monika!
I think this is Kip Tay.
I love Kip Tay!
Yeah!
Not too fat at this point. What am I saying? Too fat. Not that fat.
Welcome back to the Literature Club. This game is a fat art parody of DDLC and is riddled with spoilers from the original Wait a second. I feel like I've already said that before. This isn't another playthrough of the story I wrote for you anymore, is it? ... I knew you wouldn't forget about me. I thought about you every single day since we last spoke. It's been lonely without you, but I did keep my promise. I continued to eat and grow for you.
Why can't I see that here?
I'm so much bigger and fatter than ever before, since I know that's your favorite kink.
Run goalsize.x now loading.
I really want to show you how I look, but I think I might have lost the keyboard I used to manipulate scripts somewhere under my folds a few weeks back.
Excuses. Get fat woman.
I'm pretty sure it's over here. No, wait, that's just more fatness. Maybe over here? Oh hey, I was looking for that hot dog. I'll be saving you for later. Wow, this is a bit of a pickle. I'm the biggest girl you've ever seen. I can't really show you how huge I am right now. It'll probably take days to go through all my rolls and folds. So for now, I guess you'll just have to imagine how huge and soft I look. I take up so much space right now. A gigantic cascading mountain of flab that exists only to please you. My hips are so wide that they touch either side of the room. My pillows fill right up to the ceiling, and my belly has grown so wide and soft, it's billowing out all over the floor. I let myself go this much because I love you, but that might not be enough. As you've already seen, some things don't change as easily as my weight. Certain actions keep happening no matter what I try to do. This is why I tried to take the power of choice away from you and my friends in the previous chapters. But that wasn't enough. Every time I try to write something, someone gets hurt. I guess it's like that song I wrote you before. Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? It's not that I want to hurt anyone, but my feelings seem to always lead me to break things. I just wanted to add myself into the game, you know, to be one of the girls who could win you over, rather than just the president of the literature club who had to sit back and watch. I've tried deleting myself. I've tried deleting everyone else. I've even tried making everyone happy, but things just keep turning out the way they do, whether I'm in the game or not. I thought that making everyone fatter would counterbalance anything negative that would show up, but it did anyway. But this is a commissioned story, isn't it?
I love these third wall breaks.
Fifth wall, I think.
Fifth wall. Oh god, yeah, I think this actually has choices, and there's actually a good and bad ending.
Which one leads us to the good ending?
God, I don't know. Wait, is there a menu? Babe, what's the menu button? Fine. Yes, alright then.
You would do something like that? Just to spend more time with me? Even after the horrible things I did? Thank you. Really. It seems that you've given yourself the power to communicate with me, even if it's in a preset kind of way.
We're communicating with our own waifu through the computer. This is high tech as frick.
I don't have as much power in a custom pathway like this. In fact, I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do or expect. What is this story even about? Were you so dissatisfied with Yuri's ending that you wanted a rewrite?
Yeah, I think I'd have to say I was dissatisfied with people dying, okay?
So you think we wanted Yuri to suffer a heart attack and die on the spot right next to us? Okay.
I thought that's what you wanted. I just wanted you to be happy.
This is the chapter about you. ...
It's not fair that only the other girls get to be happy.
...
I want to know more about you.
Dot dot dot.
Let me show you a new way to do things.
There's another way? A way to escape the cycle?
It won't be easy, but trust me.
Dot dot dot.
I just want to see you happy.
Dot dot dot.
You'd do that? Just for me? And here, I thought I was the one trying to cater to your preferences. I really do love you, even if I am just a silly girl who is being led by her emotions. I will change anything I can about myself for you, even if that means you would love me even a little bit more than before.
Wait, can you change yourself into a man? That would be awesome.
Yeah!
Yes.
But I guess that's what separates humans from programs, right? We have the power to choose. Okay, I'll trust you. It's frightening, but also exciting at the same time. I've never had anyone write something for me outside of those pre-generated poems. Though, is it a story which we can tell in this room? I'm not sure I can really move right now. Weighing as much as I do makes it a bit difficult to get around, even for a girl like me.
Don't worry, I've got it covered.
Dot dot dot.
Besides, you can never be too big for me.
That's so sweet of you to say. Well then, if you give me a little push through the door, we can begin.
What's that?
Well, this is an animation.
Wow. Developer 1. I have this great idea for a game.
Oh yeah, what's it about?
It's going to be a dating simulator with a focus on literature. I've been working on a prototype for it, and it's not quite finished yet, but...
How much progress have you made?
Well, it's still in the early stages, but I do have one girl programmed and ready to go.
Hey, that's pretty cool. She looks really cute too. What's her name?
I'm gonna call her Monika. She's gonna be the main character. Wow.
Friday. Breakfast time. The sunlight streams in through the crack in the blinds.
So romantic.
It's morning already, at long last.
After a long night of binging JoJo.
Awning?
A faint voice pierces my consciousness. My eyes flutter open.
Well, good morning, sleepyhead.
I wake up to find my dear girlfriend Monika lying next to me. Or rather, me lying almost on top of her. It's been about 2 weeks since she confessed to me, and through some weird matter of circumstance, she has come to live with me while our parents are away.
Oh man, this is so beautiful. You can't even tell it's fat. This is something you can share with your normie friends. Except they'll still say, "Oh my god, you're disgusting weeaboo. This is like your 2D waifu. It's disgusting." Oh well.
We've met each other's families, and they somehow trust us to be alone together.
Wow.
So here's approval. There you go. Conservative thumb up there.
Wow. Or it's one of those mothers in anime. There's like this sort of mother cliche in anime where the mother's trying to get this sort of hesitant son into getting together with the female love interest.
That sounds pretty realistic for Japan, I guess. Sleeping on the floor is something I certainly couldn't allow her to do, and both the couch and my own bed were far too small to accommodate all of her size. So, I let her borrow my parents' much larger bed for a while. Alone, it's just enough to hold all of her. But at her insistence of feeling lonely at night, I decided to sleep by her side.
Aww.
She's surprisingly fragile, and just a little needy. 2 factors which only make her cuter in my eyes.
Aww.
Of course, we've never done anything too dangerous or scandalous. Still, I've gone from never having a girl in my life to suddenly being next to a sleeping beauty every night, and I get anxious thinking about it.
I think I understand what this mod is about now. It's so sweet of you to do something like this. Thank you so much.
Is it okay for you to talk to the protagonist like that?
It's perfectly fine. He doesn't seem to react when I'm talking to you directly, just like before. What I say to you seems to only be heard by the 2 of us. Sort of like a secret language between lovers. It's a bit romantic if you think about it that way. And the dream I woke up from, it was so wonderful. It almost felt as though a long nightmare had ended, replaced by a flood of new memories of our time together. I still remember what things were like. Before, I mean. But I remember some good things now as well. We met at the school cafeteria. I was on my way back from piano practice, and I was absolutely starving. However, I didn't bring my wallet with me, so all I could do was stare hungrily at the menu and curse my own poor planning. And then you showed up and offered to buy me a meal. I wanted to pay you back, but you insisted that it was your treat. We started talking and found that we had a lot in common. The next day, I did bring my wallet, but was surprised to find you waiting at what would become our spot with enough food for the both of us and more.
Wait, what in common do you have? You're both lonely neats or something?
Unlike us, we're employed business people.
Exactly. Oh gosh, my secretary just called. Hold on. Let me answer that. Hello, yes, I do want to buy Starbucks, thank you. Sorry about that.
You said that it was your treat again, and how it would be rude of me to refuse, so I graciously took you up on your offer. We talked about many things. Poetry was one of our strongest links, and so we decided to open a literature club together, with me as the president and you as my vice president. At first it was just the two of us, having lunch in the club room together every day, and snacks after my piano lessons. Day after day you kept that up. I enjoyed talking with you so much that I barely managed to notice what your treats were doing to my waistline.
Oh, yeah.
I guess in this reality, I was just as big as I was at the start. Do you like the new me? Or do you think I could get even bigger than this?
What are we choosing?
Oh wow. I love the new you. The size is much more manageable.
Yeah, I agree with that, but then again, I'm
you've
not
still
one of
got room
the...
to grow.
I'm not part of the secret club of the fat likers.
If she takes up a whole double bed, I don't know. What do we say? Our fans are gonna say, "Make her fatter!"
I think we have to say make her fatter.
Yeah, we
We
probably
have
do.
to. We have to.
I guess my belly has its own opinion. As much as I would love to lay here with you by my side, I don't think that's going to take no for an answer.
Time to feed her the food. I get out of bed together with Monika, who continues to urge me towards the kitchen while she gets herself dressed and ready for school. It's only a half day today due to the festival preparations on Sunday, and our club has agreed to meet up for the afternoon. She hands me my folded clothing and waves me out of the room. As I head out, the door closes behind me with a giggle.
Peeking is prohibited. A maiden needs her privacy after all.
Hey, I'm no criminal. I'll admit though, I am pretty curious as to just how soft she's gotten.
Look at these clothes. They're not hiding much. You can see the beeping belly button. God damn it.
But maybe if you prepare something tasty for me, I might also prepare something tasty for you.
How could I possibly refuse that?
She disappeared.
I hastily put on my clothes and make my way to the kitchen to prepare us something good. Usually it's me that does the cooking, and Monika that does the eating. But we take turns every now and then. I've learned quite a lot about how to cook from her, and after a few tries, I think I'm finally able to make dishes worthy of Monika's seal of approval. At least, when we eat together, she always cleans up her plate down to the last crumb. Honestly, I just love watching her eat. My mind starts to drift amidst the ambient sizzling of bacon and eggs.
A breakfast that Jordan Peterson would approve of.
The aroma of breakfast soon fills the kitchen as savory buttered toast melds with the sweet scent of maple syrup on a tower of pancakes as I lay the last of my work out on the table. All of it was intended as a fattening offering to my ever-hungry girlfriend. I move an extra large serving of golden hash browns and a side of sausages onto Monika's plate just as I hear her descend the stairs.
Goodness, that's a lot of food.
That smells heavenly. I can't wait to dig in.
I turn to see Monika emerge into the kitchen, dressed in her school uniform. Her uniform? Wow.
Surprised? I know you like it when I outgrow things, so I thought I'd squeeze into this tight little number at least one more time just for you. You can see my belly hang out of it, and I know you really like that look. I've only gotten this big because of how well you treat me. Though, by the look of these portions, seems I'm not quite big enough for you just yet. Now then, why don't you take a seat, and I'll get to work on making myself more appealing for you.
I watch her ample frame take the seat opposite of me, with a slight jiggle to her movement. Her legs part slightly under the table to make room for her belly as it surges over her skirt. When she comes to rest, her belly visibly bulges at both sides as her zipper struggles to hold itself together. The inappropriateness of her outfit completely betrays her calm, but precise demeanor, as she surgically devours every last bite I had laid out before her. Not a drop of syrup was spilt, nor any crumb of toast lost, as she quickly and neatly consumed the entire spread. It's marvelous how her belly continues to grow until it's taut and bulging up against the table's edge.
It looks like I made it just in time. I was wasting away there for a moment.
Unsure if she was stifling a giggle or a polite burp, my girlfriend places her hand over her mouth to signal that she is finally full. She reaches her arms out towards me, and I help her to her feet. We make our way over to the couch, and I help her lie down to give her belly its usual post-meal caress.
Oh yeah!
Oh, epic cuptate!
Yeah!
Her skin feels so soft yet tight beneath my fingers. She begins to moan softly as I apply just enough pressure to gently knead its softness. Much to my surprise, she leans out of the way as I adjust my hands, only watching as she gently pats the dwindling space beside her. I sit, and she repositions herself within my arms, so that I can continue to rub her belly from behind. Monika looks up and smiles at me expectantly. I smile back and give her a quick peck on the lips.
I love you. I know you must be a bit tired of hearing me saying it, but I'll keep saying it over and over again to erase all doubt from your heart. Little things like this, they're parts of a story route I had always dreamed of having, even if you did write us in at the best part already.
I think we've earned it.
Ah, now you do have a point. Fine. Since we've got a bit of time today, why don't we stay like this for a little while longer? This is a fetish-based game after all, so it's more about wish fulfillment than solving problems, right? And to be honest, this is really everything I've ever wished for. Please make me a save state right here, so we can return back at any time.
Oh well, let's make a save then, I guess.
Knowing this game, that could be a beeping warning.
Yeah, it probably is.
Love me always, okay? Because I'll always love you. Save me and load me for all eternity, or at least whenever you feel down and need someone to tell you how wonderful you are. I'll bet no video game princesses ever let you do that when you spend several hours grinding to save their lives, right? I'm one of the nice girls. I mean, sure, you get a cake sometimes, but I'm the only one who would eat it too. Ah, I know you like me like that. I could really get used to this gluttonous lifestyle. Speaking of which, what would you like to do for lunch, dear?
You just ate, and you're already thinking about lunch?
Bro, you're the guy who likes fat people. Why are you shooting her down when she's trying to eat and talk
He's
about
being
more food?
Cinderella-ish.
It's not like I want you to eat more food and get fat or anything.
Only because I know you're thinking about me, thinking about having lunch. This belly isn't going to stay this size forever, and you're totally going to take responsibility.
Why don't we head to the school cafeteria? It'll be my treat.
Well, at least let me pay this time. I wouldn't want to abuse your kindness. Besides, I'm already eating for two.
What do you mean?
I'm just talking about me and this food, baby. Don't worry, this isn't that sort of game. You really are fun to tease. The look on your face when you get a little scared is just too adorable.
I mean, if she was pregnant, like, I thought he said there wasn't anything unwholesome going on. Wait, what the beep?
We missed
Maybe
something.
I could put in some jump scares or something like that. Okay, well,
Hey now, who's telling the story? You or me?
Oh, okay, you win. I know you have full control over this game, so I'll just be a good girl and watch. Just don't forget to have a little fun with me later on, okay?
Buzz? It's going back and forth. I look at my phone and see that it's a lot later than I had originally thought. We should get going to school.
Aw, already? Are you sure we can't just loop the save state again? I was having a lot of fun.
goodness, what do? Do you do
I
the
think we've got a lot to
thing?
do. Because otherwise, people
Unless
don't...
it just loops over and over again.
Does it
yeah.
just loop? Because I don't
I
think we
wanna
want to
find
try
out,
that.
yeah. We've got a lot to do.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see what sort of world you've made for me, but I think I might need your help first.
Monika points past her bulging belly towards her stocking-covered feet.
I can't quite seem to find my shoes and get them on. Do you think you could help me?
Anything for you, sweetheart. Or, let me see you try first.
So this is definitely the nice guy option. Come on.
I guess we're gonna have to go nice guy then.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Oh, there you go. That was the right option.
Ooh.
I honestly couldn't have asked for a better lover.
Begrudgingly, we end our cuddle time on the couch. I heave my heavy girlfriend to her feet, and we make our way out the door. Down, Friday lunchtime. The road to school is almost empty as we walk hand in hand. Festival preparation season means only the clubs who want to work on their projects have to come in for half a day on Fridays, with her belly riding out of her skirt and her thighs brushing right up against mine. the scope and the difference in our sizes is only made clearer. As Monika grew bigger and bigger, rumours started to circulate around the school.
Oh no!
I used to worry about how others might see us, or how her size might impact her reputation as one of the most popular girls in our year. I hadn't meant to cause her any trouble, but I couldn't deny that watching her gain weight over the time we spent excited me. It always made me feel just a little guilty. However, Monika took her own fattening figure in good stride, seeming almost proud of her new assets. She continued to excel in almost everything despite her weight, and only seemed to rally more classmates to her side, no matter what size she was. It was then I realized that she was still the same girl, the class idol I once thought that was way out of my league, the girl who had eyes for me and only me alone, and would purposely try to accommodate for my preferences. Only this time, there was a lot more of her to love.
Every day, I imagine a future where I can eat with you.
I can hear Monika gently singing under her breath as we turn the corner. Her chubby arms sway a little as she lets the happiness from this morning flow through her ample frame. I close my eyes and allow her to lead me and follow the tune of her melody until it abruptly stopped.
Hey!
I open my eyes and see a chubby girl waddling towards us, waving her flabby arm and completely oblivious to how far her own belly is bulging out in front.
Oh my gosh, who is this?
Sayori had been waiting for us, out the front of the school with poster paper and paint in the shopping cart.
Oh my gosh, she's fat!
Oh dear, guys.
I see you two have been getting along well this morning. Glad you could pull yourselves out of the love shack long enough to meet up with me.
Are half days and weekends the only days you don't oversleep before school?
That was the old Sayori. I'll have you know I'm quite the responsible person now. I can't believe I actually bed you two here in the first place.
Then I suppose it was also the old Sayori who called me just yesterday to help her with her homework.
Hey, math is hard, you know. I have to read all this stuff, and the numbers make me dizzy. Then I get hungry and I go make a snack or two, or three. Then I get sleepy, and before you know it, it's nighttime.
I know, this is like me trying to do anything. It's just like...
Okay, so you're a spiritual fat person?
I am. I'm like, oh god, I have to do this. I'll eat some food. I'll eat some more food. Oh god, I'm tired. No, I'll go to sleep. But not before watching JoJo.
I give her a withered look. I'd known Sayori for years, but the only thing I've seen change in her since our childhood was her waistline.
Oh, come on, Monika. Your boyfriend is being a meanie to me with his eyes. Help a fellow big girl out here. You believe me, right? Well, I'm sure you certainly tried your best. It's important to stay confident and do everything you can, even if you get hungry or sleepy. That's Monika's studying tip for the day. Speaking of hungry, we should probably stop by the cafeteria before we get to work on the posters. Natsuki is at home working on her cupcakes, and I haven't seen Yuri at all yet. We can fill them in a little later.
Sayori skips ahead happily, her belly jostling about from the grinding of her thighs. I'm just about to follow alongside her until...
Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, what's wrong?
That's the Sayori I programmed in my version of the story, isn't she?
Yes, she is, but I only have eyes for you. Or, I think it's nice having her around. Do you want her gone?
Oh god, what would we say?
This guy's trying to make the game tricky for us. I don't see any clear good option here. Do we obey Monika?
It's not that at all, really. I wrote a heavier Sayori in for you to enjoy, but I can't sense a single thing wrong with her this time. Feels a bit sudden to see her like this.
Is that a problem?
No, not really. I guess I just feel a bit guiltier about what I did the first time around. My actions drove her to commit not living, and even if the timeline has been wiped, I still remember what I did. What I should have done was ask for help, rather than try to do everything myself.
That's a good message. That's a good message.
I can see you've worked very hard on putting this story together for me to feel better about myself, but I do think it will take me a little time to adjust. I've tried compiling a story like this for her before. While it seemed to work out just fine, in the end, I couldn't help but notice that there were some anomalies in the code which never seemed to quite go away. That's all I can think of to explain why bad things keep happening. Sorry to be such a downer.
Everything's fine now. It'll be alright. Or even good people make bad decisions.
I'd almost go with this one.
Yeah, that sounds like the better thing to do.
Harsh, but fair. I only hope that it doesn't change how you feel about me. In the end, even if I feel that I don't deserve this sort of happiness, it's still a story written just for me. It would be a girlfriend's duty to at least enjoy what has been made for her.
Just let me know any time you want to talk.
Ha ha ha! Thank you, Snide-kun. I'll be sure to keep your kindness in mind. Maybe we could work on a microphone voice command function next. I'd love to hear you say that to me in person, rather than just with menus. Just some food for thought, while I think about more food. Let's get inside before Sayori takes up all of her seating space. She's quite the big girl herself, you know.
Ha Friday snack time!
Yum yum yum. I can see the sun starting to set over the horizon as the school day draws to an end. Many of the other students have gone home, leaving us among the remaining few still working. Although we had intended to come to school to work in the club room, both Monika and Sayori spent the entire day in the cafeteria, eating and chatting away instead. The girls insisted that they stay seated while they paint up the posters, only occasionally dislodging themselves from the narrow bench space to refill their plates. Eventually, they grew tired of the back and forth trips they had to make every few minutes, and sent me to line up for them for the sake of efficiency. I don't mind at all though, as seeing my childhood friend and my girlfriend getting along so well brings me peace. As I had hoped, Sayori's eating habits had really started to rub off on Monika, as the two girls reason and enable each other to a state of continuous snacking. Food was disappearing almost as quickly as I was bringing it, as they subconsciously motivated each other with encouragement and healthy competition. Between so much food and the work they were doing, both girls were almost completely oblivious to the stares and whispers of her other classmates, pointing out how much heavier they had forgotten. This was not a fact lost on either girl, as they banded back and forth about how many skirts they'd popped and buttons they had lost. Or the buttons I've lost, or whatever.
The skirts I've popped. The buttons I've lost. Won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you?
His fat friend over him and causing the helicopter to fly low with the weight of it.
Yes, we need a fat anime girl, Solid Snake, and whoever the other guy is. What is his name? I can't remember.
I don't know what he's called. Online shopping for larger sizes also seemed to be the consensus they reached as both their school uniforms' breaking point. While it was clear that I also enjoyed the topic of conversation, I was happier to see Monika starting to relax and be more open about her true self. I get up and make my way over to the soda machines, as I noticed the girls' supply starting to run a little low. They had somehow managed to empty the one in the cafeteria, so it was going to be a longer walk down to the back halls of the school. To my surprise, Sayori seemed rather interested in tagging along with me, and left Monika to continue the finishing touches on our posters.
So, how are things going? Are you two getting along well?
Naturally, me and Monika always get along.
That's good to hear. You know, I always thought that you might end up as one of those guys who would be forever alone, since all you seem to focus on are your video games and anime books.
What? I might be an otaku nice guy now. I might be an otaku, but I'm certainly not that bad.
I guess 2D girls no longer interest you all that much, huh?
You could say that. I grew up, while you grew out. I playfully prod her tummy, watching my finger sink into the knuckle.
Bro, you have a girlfriend. This is you're flirting with this other woman.
All jokes aside, I'm really happy that you guys did manage to get along together. You know, I always had this feeling that Monika might have had a thing for you. I'm happy to hear it all worked out. It's a really big relief for me. Though, don't you think the whole living together thing might be taking things a bit fast? I mean, that's totally like something out of one of Natsuki's mangas.
Wait, why when she's talking about Snide-kun's interest, it's anime books,
Yeah.
but when it's Natsuki, it's mangas? What the big double standards?
Hey, our parents met up first, and they were cool with it. Besides, you've been over to my house tons of times, and they never had a problem with you. Sayori placed a flabby hand on my shoulder.
Oof, 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 oof. But I'm not your girlfriend. Don't worry, big sis Sayori has totally got your back.
Even though she knows I'm older than her, she jiggles her flabby belly with her other hand for emphasis.
If you ever want to fool around, I'll not tell a soul. You've got my word on that.
No!
Wait, with her, what, with her or with Monika?
I told you before, you haven't done anything like that.
Look, she's clearly talking
Okay,
about it
I
with
guess
Monika.
that makes sense. That's weird, but I guess...
Although it's like,
Why, how would they
like,
know?
I guess
She's
it's
staring
like-
through the window or something?
I don't know. Maybe she's like,
Make sure to tell me about it. I won't tell anyone, but I want to know.
That's almost more weird, to be honest. Monika is still club president and has a reputation to uphold. Sayori doesn't seem to listen to me as she leans in close, putting more weight on my shoulder.
It's totally okay. I'll go get them for you if you're too embarrassed to buy a pack of...
what the beef is with this person?
What are you guys chatting about? Wah!
Nothing.
I just wandered over because you were taking so long with the drinks. Also, I wanted to let you know that the posters are all done. Yay! Good work, everyone! Tell you what, I'll buy the next round of sodas. Why don't you two lovers go back and clean up? I'm sure you two want some alone time again, after I hogged your girlfriend all afternoon. And I do mean hogged.
Sayori prods Monika's belly, the same way I did to hers. I'm surprised to see her pudgy fingers sink even deeper than mine.
Okay, I guess this is just something the circle friends do, poking people's bellies.
Monika blushes, having her weight pointed out in public for the first time to her face.
Monika's softer than me now. Make sure you keep her well fed.
As she runs away.
With that, she waddled off down the empty hallway as fast as her chubby thighs could carry her. I give a worried look to Monika, still shocked with embarrassment, her face bright red. She rubs the spot where she'd been prodded and continues to steer off in the direction Sayori went.
You know, I always truly loved Sayori.
No. Was it really that big of a shock?
I knew I was right to come over here. Something doesn't quite feel right. Whenever you're alone with one of the other girls, that's when the anomalies keep happening. I've kept to my word and not interfered with anything in the code either, so whatever is happening isn't my doing at all.
What do you mean?
Sayori, she prodded me quite hard.
Are you sure she didn't just want to sink into your softness?
Yeah, anyone would do that.
No, it's different from when you touch me. It felt like she was angry with me.
This is a new story. She shouldn't remember anything.
I know. We were having a really good chat too. That's what makes it feel weird to me. Did she say anything to you which indicated she was upset?
Well, she was,
Yes and no, I guess. Yeah? Not really. Nope.
I guess not really.
Yeah, not really seems to be accurate.
I see. In either case, I think it would be best if we wrap up for the day. I'm going to head back to the house and get a few things. Could you gather the rest of the posters and meet me in front of Sayori's house in about half an hour?
Why Sayori's house?
Something tells me she's not going to come back. Just trust me on this, okay?
Oh God, no! No! No, don't! No!
With that, Monika almost disappeared in a hurry, leaving me alone in the hallway with a fistful of small change and a growing sense of dread.
The story engine is going to be what makes this game different from any other dating sim.
What do you mean?
I mean, that I want it to evolve over time. That way it'll always be a surprise, even for me.
So it's a different experience each time, huh? Very interesting. How would you even start working on something like this? The logic for randomized or even evolving story paces would take a crazy long time. It'd almost be wasted on a visual novel.
I have a decent idea on how to do it easily. Don't worry about it. Leave that to me.
Heh, you're crazy.
Friday, dinner time. Well, that is where we will be finishing this first part of Monika's special day, but we will be back with,
because people probably like this content.
with part 2. This is very good content. This is even better than the last
Yeah.
one. But, I mean, a whole lot of obvious
It is captivating. Need I say more?
Yes. But yes, very nice. Shout out to Dr. Blackjack and all the amazing artists.
Yeah,
who
these
worked on this.
people are legends.
Stay
Thanks so
safe,
much for watching,
everyone.
guys.
Yeah, bye.